He actually, when my dad graduated pilot training in 1973, Bernie put wings on my dad, so it's kind of cool.
Wow. It's really a small community at the end of the day, and it's amazing how many people we've all known or got to be involved with or just touched each other. It's just an amazing field, and you meet some just great people on here.
Oh yeah. Well, that reminds you to do two things. Well, number one is be nice to everyone, because word will get around that you're a jerk if you're a jerk. And then, number two, do your best, because you're defending somebody's best friend. So, yeah, pretty interesting stuff. My dad records mine with him and everything, and I never met anyone that didn't that knew him that wasn't really just impressed by him. He was a pretty humble guy. He wasn't a big egomaniac about getting the Medal of Honor. He wasn't looking for it. He was just trying to save his buddy out there in the Shaw Valley, and that's impressive. That means a lot there. Over.
Someday I'll tell this whole story when the net flows slow, but sometimes things happen to you in your life and you don't recognize it when it's happening. And I had one of those moments where I got now assigned by the Army, and I ended up in a unit at Fort Hood where I was managing the fuel farms and stuff like that. And I wasn't really hard and back into aviation again. But the guy I worked for was a CW4, Mr. Bud Wheeler. I still call him Mr. Wheeler. And he was at Oshai. He was one of the pilots that formed the 11th Air Assault Brigade that developed the concept for air assault. And he was there at We Were Soldiers. He was one of those pilots. That was his second tour in Vietnam, and he did one previous and then one later, and a career as an infantryman in Korea during the war. So I had a lot of respect for that guy. He was a pivot point in my life, and I only recognized it about 15 years later.
Yeah, there's always good mentors out there that just want to help you, and they just go and make the world a better place, and there's far too few of those. I guess maybe that means that we need to do that too. And I always tried to mentor the younger guys. Make their like when I was doing training, when I was an instructor, I just wanted to give them the best ride possible, and I'd always ask them at the end of the ride, I would say, okay, did the taxpayer get his money's worth today? Did you get your money's worth? Is there anything we need to do, kind of thing? And they were usually pretty exhausted and saying, oh man. I said, then we, the taxpayer got their money's worth out of you today, and if you learned something and had fun, then yeah, it's exhausting, but you know what? This is going to get so routine, you're going to be bored. So anyway, I've always tried to treat the younger generation better and make sure they learn what they're supposed to do so they can get it down there. Over.
Yeah, I understand about helping to pass it along. I've tried to do that as well. And, the guys I hung out with in the flight test community, most of them were Vietnam vets. Some of them later Desert Storm guys. And there was a mutual respect there amongst all of us that was never discussed. We never talked about it, but it was there. And I do miss being involved in that kind of environment. I'm still in touch with a lot of them. We go out to dinner, our wives are friends and everything, but it was a special part of the career. And I had a discussion with my doctor about it one day, and he says, I don't have friends like that. Do you know how lucky you are? And I said, well, you can come out and hang out with us if you want.
That's what I think people need sometimes, is just good friends to kind of hang out with them and mentor and everything. All right, well, we better get off here. I'm going to get back to work until the net starts, and I'll just listen with one ear and talk with one mouth. Hi. Thanks for the comeback, and yeah, I'm going to have to listen to Bob on the SDR. I don't think I'm going to hear him direct. Although towards the end of the day, when the sun's up a little bit higher, towards the end of the night, when the sun's up a little bit higher in the sky, I usually hear him pretty good. For just a little while, and then he starts to drop back out again. So, anyway, we'll call it good. FIBE, KB7 LAK 73 is till later.
Okay, Justin, we'll see you when the net starts. KB7 LAK N5BE.
This is Kilo 1, Bravo Oscar Bravo. The Air Force Flyers Club Net will begin in 19 minutes. 19 minutes on the hour at 1600 Zulu. K1 BOB. KA4YES, Tom, good morning to you. I got you a pretty good signal today, about an S6 or a little bit better. Very copyable, sir. How are you doing? Roger, Roger. Well, I guess you're warmer than we are. 19 degrees right now today. So we were expecting snow yesterday, but it didn't come. It warmed up to 31, and snow was supposed to drop, but it never did. So, oh, well, that's okay. We're off to a late white start, you might say. But the weather's much better up here than it is in Boise, where they've been suffering from an inversion for a few weeks now. K1 BOB, good morning to you, Tom, and I see... Leon has you on the list this morning. KA4YES, K1 BOB. Standing by for the Flyers. K1 BOB N9KJS. N9KJS. No other percent. Morning, Bob. Just wondering how this NSET is working. N9KJS. Yeah. I'm on the net logger already. Just checking out this 10 fed halfways. QSL, thank you. N9KJS. WTWLB, WA6LJS. WA6LJS, standing by for the flyer's net, top of the hour.
Morning, John. K1BOB, 10 over. Very, very clear this morning. Great signal. Hey, do you want to bring in Don this morning, if you would? I don't see Dale yet, or Mike. If you would do that, that'd be great. I'll get somebody to back you up.
Yeah, I'll be glad to, Bob. Yeah, you're 15 over as usual, so no problem. Good morning. WA6LJS, standing by for the net.
W5OG also standing by, and I'm a volunteer for that also. Bob, if you need me, I can do it if John is busy or something.
Flyers Club's going to start in 12 minutes. 12 minutes.
Okay, and was that W5OG in there?
Yeah, good morning, John. I can do it also if you need me. W5OG, I'll be standing by.
Okay, I'll watch for him. If he comes in, we'll give it a try. If not, you can take it. We'll see what happens. WA6LJF. Good morning, Larry. KD0LPC Mobile. WA6LJF. Yep, he's got you on the list. WA6LJF.
Morning, Larry. Big signal, K1BOB. And Dale, thanks for backing up John on that. And you're coming in well this morning also. K1BOB, standing by. 1X6RG. 1X6RG, have we got short skip this morning, Bob? WA6LJS. No, I guess not. WA6LJS, standing by for the Flyers net, top of the hour.
20 over here.
John, KB7 LAK.
Yeah, good morning, Justin. You're a solid 20 over also, booming in. W2WLD, WA6LJS.
WA6LJS, W2WLD. Good morning, John. You're good SA. Good, solid SA. Over.
Yeah, good morning, Bill. Yeah, you're a solid 8 also. Really coming in nicely here. Very good. I'll be standing by. WA6LJS.
W2WLD, W5EBR, over. Yeah, you're the same, Joe. SA in upstate New York. W2WLD. Thanks for the report. W5ABI, standing by for net.
Good morning, Joe. W5ABI, WA6LJS here, 10 over.
Yeah, same here, John, and I got the beam due north, over.
Roger, roger. I'll be standing by.
W5ABI, standing by for now.
10 over, Joe, in Idaho. They're very good signal. Your audio sounds great.
You're about 15 here, Bob. I got the beam directly on you.
Roger, roger. I'm pointing towards Texas and Florida area. Very good, Joe, and a good morning to you, sir. And Bill, W2WLD, F5 here. That's a good signal from up there. I'm not aimed at you.
Well, you're still hitting me, S9, Bob. W2WLD.
Thank you, Bill. We'll take it. K1 BLB, standing by for the Flyers, and 6 minutes. 6 minutes. K1 BLB, W4PUO. Okay, Julia, strongest is W4PUO. Good morning, Lee. How's everything in Texas? Well, it's a rough day here with the old upper respiratory disease. I've been also here for quite a while now, trying to deal with this thing. I think I finally got some of the right pills, so we'll see how that goes. I'm going to be just listening today, and I'll be probably back in a few days, it looks like. But thanks for running the net, and thanks for letting me listen today. W4PUO 73. Okay, very good, Lee. We don't sound too bad. Yeah, this stuff's going around. I still have sniffles today, even after having a cold for 4 weeks. Anyway, I don't know what they call it. There's no name, but I hear a lot of people have it. K1 BLB. We're going to start up in 5 minutes. Good to hear you, though, Lee. Kilo 6 Papa X-ray. Good morning. Steve, is that you? Okay, well, the wet noodle's doing good. You must have a name this way. You're S7, Steve, S7. We'll get you on the list today if I don't have you there already. So good morning to you. You sound good. Okay, good morning, Steve. K1 BOB, standing by for the net. 4 minutes.
Is the frequency in use? I'd like to, but I can't right now. Thank you for the invitation. Maybe down the log here. In any event, thank you. That's the N3HTK.
Good morning and welcome to the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. This is Kilo 1 Bravo, Oscar Bravo, name Bob, and I'll be your net controller. My location is 30 miles north of Boise, Idaho, in the Idaho West Central Mountains. We meet at this time, 1600 Zulu, during the winter. The Flyers Club always meets on this frequency as best we can, 7 days a week, every day of the year. Come watch us on YouTube live stream. Put in YouTube search and put in K4YDB. Put in search K4YDB live net now, and that will get you to our net, and you can see our question of the day and listen on there also on a Flex radio, and also see the net logger if you don't have net logger. You don't even need to be familiar with it. It'll be there. You'll know where you're at on the list if we have you checked in this morning. The Flyers Club Net consists of military aviation members, both active and retired, from all services air branches. We also very much like to welcome visitors to the net. You don't need to be necessarily involved with the military or aviation, for that matter, to check in and participate. We'd like to have you just the same. Please visit our website at www.airforcesflyersclub.org. That's Air Forces, plural, Flyers, plural, club.org. As I mentioned, we're also a NetLogger. If you're familiar with NetLogger, bring up Air Forces Flyers Club and go ahead and log in. And we'll see you there. We'll put you on our list today. Unless you have other intentions, let us know in the AIM window. For our net format is to once down the initial check-in list, make a second call for check-ins. Go to a 73 round to complete the net. Please try and limit your comments to 10 minutes if you can. This is a direct-to-net to contact net control. Please use the words contact, relay, info, or check-in as appropriate. We are a national net and scope utilizing relays across the country. We're bound to get you one way or another. It's important when checking in, please give your call sign slowly and phonetically, followed by your name, location, and if you require an early out today. We are also on Echolink, and that'll be at the end of the net. At the conclusion of the net today, in about an hour and a half, we'll be on Echolink on the AFFC node for a final wrap-up. Anyway, with that, the list I have today, number one on the list, or actually number two on number one, is K0ZNC. That's Don in Longmont, Colorado, being relayed in by John, WA6LJS. Thank you, John. Next we have KB0LTT. That's Larry Mobile. He'll tell us where he's at, I'm sure, shortly. And he originates from Silver Springs. He's probably up north somewhere, I believe. Okay, after that we have Lee, that's N5BE in Arlington, Texas. Lee is running the NetLogger there, and he is getting to be our expert on that, if not already our expert on that. Thank you, Lee, for doing a NetLogger this morning. After that, we have Tom, I spoke to earlier, KA4YES. KA4YES, that's Tom in Alabama. Good morning again, Tom. After that, we have Clifford in Bulverde, Texas, W5PIX. Good morning to Uncle Cliff. And next we have WB7LAK. Got a light copy on you this morning, just a little too short for you there, Justin. Good morning to you in Ogden, Utah. After that, we have Russ in Washington, Ellensburg, Washington. K8 Air Force, K8AF, kind of like the call. Next we have Norman. He's going to try his new antenna. He's got a new NFED all-band antenna there. That's N9KJN. We'll see how you do, Norman. Turn up the juice. Okay, next we have John, WA6LJS, our Tuesday controller and admissions officer and treasurer. And next we go to our executive officer, and that is Bill up in Scotia, New York, W2WLD. Good morning, Bill. After that, we have our vice commander. That is Dale in Mineola, Texas. Good morning again, Dale. And that is Dale is W5OG. After that, we have Charlie, and Charlie is running the YouTube. Go see his stream. That'll help you out this morning. That's K4YDB. K4YDB. Good morning, Charlie. And after that, we have Bob in Pleasanton. That's NX6RG. Professor Bob, good morning. Bob. And then we're going to go out to Las Cruces, W5ADI. That's Joe in Las Cruces. Good morning again, Joe. And next from California, San Diego area, that would be Steve, Tailhook Navy, K6 Papa X-Ray, K6PX. And next we have Art in New River, Arizona, WX7 Lima. Good morning to you, Art. And after that, we have in Choctaw, Oklahoma, another net controller on Fridays. That's Chief Mike, WW5ENZ. Good morning, Mike. And next we had receive only is Lee in Bellevue, Texas, W4PUO. And then another receive only will be Ray from Petersburg who recently got his antenna knocked down, unfortunately. He's in New Jersey, and that's WB2JJO. Good morning, Ray. And next we have Chris from Kentucky, a working man, and he's in Bowling Green at KS5KY. Good morning to you, Chris. That's the list as I have it so far this morning. Break. This is K1BOB. Okay, I'm going to ask for early checkouts momentarily, but are there any other check-ins? Any other check-ins? If you'd like to check in now, come with your call sign slowly and phonetically. Name and location, please.
Kilo 1, Golf 5, Papa Tango Echo, KT5. James in Belton, Texas.
Okay, KG5PTE, got you, James. I will get you on the list. And any other check-ins to the Air Force Flyers Club net, please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go out and work right to left, east to west. Let's go out to Bill. W2WLD. Sir, would you give a call out?
Certainly. This is Whiskey 2 Whiskey Lima Delta. Relaying for net control to the Air Force Flyers Club. We're taking check-ins, members or guests. Please call now. No, it's quiet.
Okay, Bill, nothing heard here either. Let's try West Coast. John with a big signal this morning. WA6LJS. Would you please give a call?
Wilco, this is WA6LJS relaying for the Monday Morning Air Force Flyers Net. We're looking for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call now. All's quiet locally and on 2 SDRs. Back to net.
Okay, thank you, John. This is K1BOB, your net controller. With that, is there anybody that we already don't have for an early out? Anybody mobile that would like to be an early out or needs to leave early? Would you please come with your call sign now? We'll get you towards the top of the list. Okay, W5TIX, Uncle Cliff, yeah, we get you pretty high up there. Well, we can move you up a little higher, though. Very good, Clifford. And good signal today. You must be in the mobile setup there. I mean, the home setup. Okay, any other early outs? Okay, nothing heard. Are there any late check-ins? Any late check-ins? Call sign, name, and location. Okay, nothing heard. This is K1BOB, Idaho. And here's the question of the day. This is not a fairly controversial aircraft as far as safety records. And the first question is, give me the false or the most false statement only. The most false statement only. We may have some varying opinions on that, and that's okay, because it is a bit of a sordid subject. The number of mishaps the Osprey has had. So with that, here is the question. In regards to crashes of the CV-22 Osprey, one off the coast in November of 2023 generated a wave of unfair, some say, scrutiny against the aircraft. From March 2022 to November 2023, 20 service members died in 4 fatal Osprey crashes. The U.S. military grounded the entire fleet of about 400 V-22 Ospreys used by the Navy, Marines, and Air Forces. So give the most false statement here. Opinions may disagree, and that's okay. So here are your choices to kind of paint a picture about the Osprey. As a false statement, Alpha. The Osprey is an inherently dangerous aircraft, proven by a higher accident rate than most other military aircraft. Statement A. The Osprey is an inherently dangerous aircraft, proven by a higher accident rate than most other military aircraft. Statement Bravo. Despite its extensive use, the MV-22's mishap rate per 100,000 flying hours is equal to or less than any airframe flown, according to the Commandant of the Marine Corps. Statement Bravo. Despite its extensive use, the MV-22's mishap rate per 100,000 flying hours is equal to or less than any airframe flown, according to the Commandant of the Marine Corps. Statement Charlie. A military aviation safety report from 2020 concluded that one of the contributors to fatal accidents was insufficient flight time for pilots. Statement Charlie. A military aviation safety report from 2020 concluded that one of the contributors to fatal accidents was insufficient flying time for pilots. And the last one, Statement Delta. The U.S. military has flown the Osprey since 1989. It was controversial. From 1989 to 2017, 7 accidents killed 41 service members and passengers. Statement Delta. The U.S. military has flown the Osprey since 1989. It was controversial. From 1989 to 2017, 7 accidents killed 41 service members and other passengers. K1BOB break. And of course, a bonus question, simple one. The Osprey manufacturer is whom? The Osprey manufacturer is who? There's one answer here. Is it Alpha? Bell Grumman. Bell Grumman. Is it answer Alpha? Bell Grumman. Is it answer Bravo? Bell Boeing. Bell Boeing. Or is it answer Charlie? Boeing Vertol. Boeing Vertol. And the last one, Selection Delta. It's built by Boeing Sikorsky. Boeing Sikorsky. Well, there's your questions of the day. Have fun with that. And we'll be back with a little cap on that later. And let's go to our top of the list and see what's happening out there with our members and guests. Let's go to K0ZNC. WA6LJS is going to bring him in. Go ahead, Don.
Go ahead, Don. WK0ZNC, WA6LJS, Simo.
WK0ZNC, Don. In Williams, Colorado here. We got a cloudy day today. I'm on the cool side. It's really 29 degrees, and I think the high for the day looks pretty about 48. I think the weatherman said. Let's see, tell the question. Put me down for the Alpha on the first one, and Charlie on the second one. Alpha Charlie, just in that order. Let's see, anything else going on that day? Nothing really exciting. Just yesterday afternoon, a bunch of kids for the local band singing, handing out business presents to the veterans. And I think we got close to 15 veterans in the facility where I live. I got it'd be a really nice blanket to throw in there. They do have the theory. Anything else that you had really? Oh, I do. Yeah, yesterday I had a great lunch with my two sons. They came in, both of them together, and we spent about 2 hours together. Really enjoyed that. Let's see, we'll come back to you on that. WA6LJS, K1BOB, this is K0ZNC. Give me a shout on the 7 I give you around 580.
WA6LJS, back to net. Okay, K1BOB, your net control. Thank you very much, Don. You got all that. Get you down for answer Alpha and Charlie. Answer Alpha and Charlie, and thanks, John, for bringing Don in. Pretty strong signal here. Okay, next let's go to Uncle Cliff, W5PIX in Bel Verde, Texas. Good morning, Cliff. Big signal this morning.
Well, thank you, Commanders. W5PIX in Bel Verde, Texas. Yeah, we're on the base right now. Bonus amplifier. It's partially working. Answers are getting hot, so I guess we're going to have to pull some resistors and check them out, make sure they're not shorted out or something. Anyway, Don's lead on the first one there is Bravo. I will go along with that because before I got out of the Navy in 76, they were already flying to the Osprey in development and, even trying to make it a passenger aircraft. I do remember all that, so that made it off. The second, I really don't know. I want to say it's Bell Aircraft because they're more concerned. More familiar with, helicopters and stuff, so I would go Bravo. Yeah, I've watched this thing. I've asked a lot of questions. I've seen it fly many times. I've had it even fly over the PTH here. But we got beautiful weather. It was 60 degrees when I walked out. It's about 66 degrees right now, according to the thermostat here in the hand shack, which I got the door open, but we got to leave, and may have to go rent another truck because they still haven't got my parts in yet. So we are going to have to probably leave and go to the post office and return some stuff that just didn't work on my scissor there. It went the wrong direction, so we're sending it back, and it's about a $300 investment to see if it works. And we went from being around 100 to 230 on a 8-hour piece fasting, and no, that don't work. So anyways, Commander, have a very good net. Everybody have a very blessed day, and I hope to catch you all. Might stop in on Echo Link. Excuse me. See if anybody's around, but anyways, have a good net. This W5PIX back to K1BOB.
Okay, Cliff, big signal here, and I guess your second answer is Bravo. The first one, I think you said same as Don, and then you gave another answer. What was your first answer again?
It was Delta. Yeah, they were flying it back in the 70s.
Okay, Delta, and then second answer is Bravo. Is that correct?
That's affirmative.
Okay, we don't want you to miss out on this. Very good. Delta and Bravo. Okay, thank you, Cliff. Have a great day. Stay safe, sir. Oh, let's see who's next. It would be Larry, somewhere probably in north central United States. KB0 LTC. Good morning, Larry. You're up for the Flyers, sir. Okay, very good, Larry. It sounds like you're heading home, perhaps. Good for you. And I've got you down for answer Bravo and Bravo, BDs. Set of Bs. Okay, Larry, we'll drive safe, sir. See you in a while. Okay, next let's go to Leon. I think he's got to take a pass on the question because he knows more about it than I do. So let's go to our net logger today, and that's N5BG. Good morning again, Lee. You're up.
Yeah, K1BOB, N5BE. Good morning, Bob. and good morning to all the flyers on a very beautiful day here in North Texas. A little nippy, but sun's out and the sun is warm. The V-22 was the winning aircraft at an RFP that was put out under the auspices of the KZX program. That was a joint vertical program that Pentagon put out, and that was a result of the disaster in the Iranian desert called, now I can't remember what it was called, Desert One. And that thing, you know, we just looked like fools on that operation. So the V-22 came out as that. It needed the speed, it needed the range, and Bell was already a seasoned veteran on vertical takeoff aircraft. They had the XB-3 in the 50s, and in the 70s through the 90s, the XB-15 that was partially funded by the Army and NASA. So they had a lot of tilt rotor experience. I'll say this about the V-22. It is a high-demand aircraft for training, both for pilots and maintenance. It is a very intensive maintenance aircraft. It's got a 5,000 psi hydraulic system in it, cross-shafted engines, folding wings, yada, yada, yada. It is a bucket of bolts that needs constant attention. The Marine Corps found out the hard way by having to have a series of maintenance people that were highly experienced, that were next tier down of mid-level experience, and then next tier down of not very experienced. And they needed to keep those troops rotating through the system. So if you ended up with a V-22 MOS, you probably got that one for life because you were an asset. So I could talk more about this maybe a little bit later, Bob, but I'm going to go ahead and pass. And I'm a little passionate about this because I was there when a lot of this happened. I am very good friends with the high-time tilt rotor pilot on the face of the earth. In fact, he lives a mile from me. And yeah, we can talk a little bit about that later on. K1BOB, N5BE.
Okay, Lee, M5BE, K1BOB, thank you for your insight on the V-22. It's a quite amazing aircraft, all things considered, but with that comes high maintenance and perhaps a divorce later. Okay, thank you, Lee, and appreciate you making the comments there. Let's go on to Tom, KA4YES in Alabama. Good morning, Tom. You're up. Okay, KA4YS. Very good. Tom, we've got you down for Alpha and Bravo, and Roger on the cross shaft. I remember reading about that too. So you can turn both props with either engine. It's got to be a maintenance monstrosity, like we said. That aircraft, know what it can do. Are they called rotors or are they called propellers? I guess it depends what phase of flight. So thanks, Tom. Good information there. And good answers, Alpha and Bravo. Next, we're going to move out to Justin, KB7LAK in Ogden, Utah. Good morning, Justin. You're up for the Flyers, sir.
Okay, good morning, Bob. Hope everybody's having a great day. We were remarking earlier that I finished Sonny Fisher's book. Bob, you might have been at the Colonel's retirement. Your wing commander out there in the early 80s. I think Ernie went out there to that. So anyway, pretty interesting. He put wings on my dad, which I think is really cool. When my dad got his pilot training wings. Kind of fun. All right, well, back to the question at hand. Put me down for Bravo and Charlie. I think it's a Versal, and I don't think the mishap rate's any higher. I think just like some Air Force aircraft, sometimes a good airplane is blamed for bad pilots. And that's not a swipe at anybody. Sometimes I think it's just an institution thing. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, put me down for Bravo and Charlie, and we'll see how it goes. And I hope everybody's having a great day. I'll be here till the bottom. 87 LAK.
Okay, Justin, got all that. And very good. Got you down for Bravo and Bravo. Very good, Justin. And let's see. We're going to move on here, and we're going to go to K8AF. That's Russ in Ellensburg, Washington. John, if he doesn't come in with me, because we're pretty darn close, W6LZ, bring him in if he doesn't hear me. K8 Alpha Foxtrot. Russ, are you there? Good morning.
K1BOB and the group K8AF. I got a nice signal on everybody this morning. It's a beautiful day here, 20 degrees, a little crisp, but clear skies, nice sunny blue skies this morning, so that's nice. Good question. I'm going to go with Alpha and Bravo, so I'll go Alpha Bravo today. And so I know there's a lot of controversy around the Osprey. I know Leonardo / Augusta, they're trying to build a civilian tilt rotor as well, and they're having all sorts of problems. They keep rolling them up into little bowls at the end of the runway sometimes, so I know there's challenges with all that. But I hope everybody has a good day. I'll monitor to the end, but I will not be around for the 73 round. I got to go to a safety meeting at the local airport today and do some work there. So, but I'll be monitoring, but I hope everybody has a good day. 73 everybody. Back to you, Bob. K1BOB, K8AF.
Okay, Russ, good signal here for the short skip, and we've got you down for answer Alpha and Bravo. And we'll give you a 73 now. We've got to get off to a meeting, I think you said. So we'll say 73 to K8AF, and we'll move along to Norm in Harvard, Illinois. I can't help but do that, Norm. Because I'm up near Harvard, where I was brought up. N9 KJN with a new NSAT antenna there. Give it a go, Norm.
Hoping that I can actually get through on this thing, and want to say, hey, it's great weather here today. I got the genset up in about a height of 12 feet right now. It's not completely up, but my other system went totally kaput. So anyway, as far as the question is concerned, I hate to say it being a ground support on any aircraft. When I was in the service, I have no clue. So I'm going to have to take a pass or a no clue. N9KJN, back to next.
Okay, very good, Norm. That was working for you. It was very clear, about an S5 to an S6 here, but clear. No problems with noise in there. And I bet you for a pass on the question there, Norm. Very good. No problem. And pretty good signal this morning on low power. Okay, next let's go out to WA6LJS, who's been helping this morning. John, you're up. Good morning again, sir.
Okay, thank you, Bob. K1
Standby
DOB
comment.
and the net, WA6LJS. Good morning to everybody. Good conditions on the West Coast today. No QRM on the local, and I'm hearing everybody locally, even though I have, you're coming in some of the SDRs also, but haven't really needed them. Well, it's a strange condition here today. It's currently 45 degrees with heavy fog. Heavy marine front fog. I can't even see the hills behind the house. I can just barely see my antennas, which is only about 100 yards or so away from the house. So it should burn through, but we've got all kinds of wind and fire warnings. I got several texts from the San Diego Gas and Electric saying that they're probably going to have to shut off the power because they're predicting 60-mile-an-hour winds either today or tomorrow. So that is not good, but thank goodness I do have a whole house generator here, so the power shutting won't affect me. But we'll see. I hope those forecasts are true. Because with those kind of winds, the fire danger is very elevated. But I'm just hoping and praying that we don't have those conditions that they're predicting. Well, let's see. As far as the questions go, I'm going to go with Alpha for the first one. I don't think that accident rate is sufficiently higher than any other military aircraft. So I think Alpha would be false. And for the second question, it's either A or B, I think, because Bell, being the expert in helicopters and vertical takeoff type aircraft, I think it's got to be one of those Bell. But seeing as there's a start of a lemming line, I'm going to go with Bravo. So put me down for Alpha and Bravo, and we'll see how that goes. Back to you, Bob. K1DOB, WA6LJS.
WA6LJS, K1DOB. Very good, John. Got you for Alpha and Bravo, and hope the winds don't affect you. We've had 3 people already with antennas down due to wind this year. That's kind of unheard of since I've been on the net for over a decade. So guard your antennas if you can lower it down. Do that. 60 knots is substantial. That'll take a lot of stuff down. Hope that doesn't happen. Okay, there was a comment in there. A comment, please come now with your call sign. Okay. Steve says he's been to Harvard, Illinois there, Norm, and he says the town is a bump in the highway. I think I looked you up once, and there's not a lot out there, I believe. So we'll let you comment that when you come around again. Okay, thanks, Steve, for that. Well, it ain't San Diego, but then again, I don't want to live in San Diego. But we end up where we end up. Okay, let me see who is next. We had Bill. Let's go to W2WLD. Captain Bill, Scotia, New York. Scotia bump on the map there, Bill?
Oh, yeah. But we are just across the Mohawk River from Schenectady, the powerhouse city of New York, at least when GE used to be here. Good morning, all. We've got a rainy day, but we're having a heat wave. It's going to be 37, so it won't be snow. At least that's good. But the afternoon will be a wipeout as far as weather. Don't have much else going on. I'll get right to the question. I am a bit perplexed with the question as stated. I'm looking at Bravo, and I believe that the statement is false, that the actual rate is equal to or less than any other airframe flown. That I think is false. But if the meaning of the question is that the Commandant of the Marine Corps said that, I believe it's possible, but he did say that, which would make it true. So I'm arm wrestling myself, and the arm that won is I'm going to call it Bravo. That is false. And the manufacturer, I believe, was Bell Boeing. So Bravo, Bob. K1BOB, W2 WLB.
Okay, Bill, wrestling with yourself again. That must be fun. Good exercise, I hear. Okay, get you down for Bravo there. Very good. Well, it's kind of wise to put some statements in there like that. Because there has been conflicting things out there. And do you believe the Commandant? I don't know. Probably. Okay, thank you, Bill, for that. And, yeah, I've been down the Mohawk River a few times, many, back in the 70s, with some friends, canoeing it. It's a similar river to canoe. I used to do a lot of that. Okay, let's go down to Mineola. Is it a bump on the map? I think you're kind of spread out, aren't you, Dale? W5OG, you're up, sir.
Well, it's a rural community, I suppose you'd say. Yes, Bob, and good morning, everyone. W5OG here. But we like it. It's, relatively low in the number of residents of this county, and we kind of like it that way. But anyway, it's a nice place. If you like country living, it's pretty nice. And I do, by the way. And let's see, beautiful weather here. We're going to be up in the 60s today, and but not so much the rest of the week. But then toward the weekend, it's going to get warm again, back into the 60s. So we're going to have some up and down weather, but typical, I think, for the December weather here in Texas. And overall, they're fairly pleasant. We'll get to the question here, and it's a pretty interesting question. I enjoy talking about the B-22. It's an interesting aircraft, and some of your questions and answers are interesting as well. And I have to agree with Bill. The Alpha and Bravo can't. One of them is false. By the very nature of the question, or the answer, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to go with Alpha. The opposite of Bill's, wrestling with myself, I came up the other way. The coin flipped on the other side. So Alpha and as far as the manufacturers go, you'd almost need a program to keep track of it all. And certainly the one expert in our group is Lee. But maybe you ought to do that sometime. Write a book, Lee, about all the changes that you've seen done to the history of aviation. Yeah, it is a fun subject, really, when you think about it. And as the inherently dangerous, well, yeah, they all are. Especially the helicopters. The more things, more moving parts you get, you can make the argument that the automobile is inherently dangerous, which it is. And as they get more complex and more moving parts, they get more inherently dangerous, I suppose. Doesn't mean that you can't use them as a tool to accomplish your goal. And I guess that's enough philosophy from me today. As far as who the manufacturer is, I think it's B Bravo, let's wait till this thing scrolls down. Bell Boeing, I guess that's as good an answer. I think I've heard it referred to all of those things, so we'll see what the answer is. But I believe it's B. Put me down for Alpha Bravo with the one lemming line that looks to be forming here. Thank you again, Bob, for a good net and a good question. And I'll be here at the bottom this morning. Back to you, K1BOB, W5OG.
W5OG, K1BOB, very good, Dale, and I like the country, too. We're in an unincorporated area in the county, 35 miles from Boise, and that is a different county down there. So I love the country life, too. We don't have much near here at all except the 1860s old mining town up the road. Okay, Dale certainly was not wrestling with himself, perhaps as much as Bill, maybe as much. And we've got you down for Alpha Bravo. You took the other route there. Now, Bill tries to be different sometimes, but I don't know. We got BB answers, we got AB answers. So somewhere therein lies the answer. Charlie probably knows. Master of the YouTube live stream. K4 YDB, good morning, sir. What do you think, Charlie?
K1BOB, K4YDB. Well, good morning, Bob. Morning to all the flyers out there. Well, Bob, what do I think? Well, yeah, I'm playing over here on the computer, but I have no clue because that Osprey's not. I looked at the one I had up on the wall over here, but it's gone now. But anyway, I hope everybody's having a good day. Right now, it's about 56 degrees here. And we're supposed to get up in the low 60s today. We had a rain front come through and dropped quite a bit of rain on us. I haven't looked at the gauge this morning, but it finally came to a stop. So happy to see that rain, and hopefully we'll get some more this week because it's still in the forecast. But as far as the question goes, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna, all right. I'm gonna go with Bravo Bravo. I think I like Bravo Bravo better. K1BOB, K4YDB. I'm back to net.
Okay, Charlie, very good. Thank you for doing the YouTube. That is sure a nice thing. I know it takes a bit of work to put the questions and pictures in there. You did a nice job with all the Osprey pictures I gave you yesterday. They look great. I would think that was off the company website. So they're free. Don't have to pay royalties. Okay, get you down for Bravo. Another Bravo Bravo. Oh, what is it? This is a neck-to-neck race here. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to the professor. NX6RT, Bob in Pleasanton, California. What a wonderful name. There's not a bump on the map, though. K1BOB and NX6RT. Go ahead, Bob.
Good morning, Bob. K1BOB in the group at X6RG. Boy, you're booming in again this morning, Bob. Excellent signal here. 5.9 plus all the time. Chilly morning, clear blue skies, and I'm hoping it's warming up. I'm a little shivering out here in the shack. It's still in the 40s out here, so a little bit chilly this morning out in the shack. You know, Dale, I tell you, I really liked your comment. It takes a program or something, at least a scorecard, to figure out all these different companies that have converged. I really brought a chuckle to me when you made that comment because I was thinking about when we moved out here to join Ford Aerospace. I worked for them only for about 2.5 years. And then we merged, we were acquired by Loral. Well, Loral, my guys, that company, we actually did see a diagram of that. You know, it started out as the Long Island Radio Laboratory, but it had 40 companies in it, and I recognized nearly all the names, and that was just that company. And then, of course, I don't know, like 5 years later, we were sold to Lockheed Martin, so I have no idea how many they've gobbled up, but in that one acquisition, they got, 41 companies, so, oh man, I'll tell you, mergers and acquisitions, the names get really confusing, and I'm not sure, so I'm going to guess on the second part. On the first part, though, I'm going to go with Alpha, because I think the way you worded that is, if a plane was inherently dangerous as evidenced by its high accident rate, I don't think the military would be flying it. So I'm going to put down Alpha is the most false statement. Because, there's always, depending on your point of view, there's some truth in basically every accident that a plane is inherently unsafe, unless they nail all of it on pilot error. But I think Alpha is the most false statement. And I'm not sure about Bravo. That's why I was laughing. I need a scorecard on this. But I'm going to go with Bravo because I think Bell had a handle in it. I knew Boeing did, but I think Bell was part of this.
So I'm going to go with Bravo, and we're rolling the dice. So we'll see what the answer is. K1BOB, NX6RG. Okay, very good, Bob. Got all that. Your experience in these. Yeah, ain't it something how they get bought out all the time? Just clean out the company, and heck with the employees that have been there all those years. So they might lose their jobs when that happens. I've seen it happen. Corporately, I'm aware of those things, and the same thing happened in the Air Force, as you probably remember, when SAC, Strategic Air Command, that had been there for years, General LeMay, was absorbed by Tactical Air Command, and then they called it Air Combat Command. But guess what? All the senior leadership, for the most part, ended up being Tactical Air Command people. Yeah, I was at the headquarters when that happened, and that was something. There were a lot of SAC people that thought they were going on to a second star or a first star that just got dropped out of the list. Anyway, this is K1BOB. We're going to move on here. It gets you down for AB. It looks like it's gone back to AB. Well, let's see what the next one is. It might be BB. Who knows? It's a tight race between these two horses. Let's go to Joe, W5ABI. Good morning, Joe. What do you think about all this?
Good morning, Bob. K1BOB, W5ABI. Yeah, beautiful morning here in Las Cruces. Clear blue skies, about 40 degrees. No wind. Supposed to go up to 68, but we have a cold front moving in tomorrow. They're saying 22 for a low, so we'll go out and check on my hose bibs. I got them covered, so I did that early in the season. Anyhow, let me see. Boy, yeah, you're right. Well, you got me as Bravo and Bravo, so I made the shift from Alpha Bravo to Bravo Bravo. Thanks for running the net. Good morning to all the flyers. And we'll be here at the bottom. K1BOB, W5ABI.
Okay, very good, Joe. Good on your weather out there. That's nice. We got you down for Bravo Bravo. And the neck-to-neck race goes on here. Thank you, Joe. Let's go back on to Steve, K6PX San Diego. Steve, good morning again. You're up. Fair turn. Okay, Steve, good copy. Get you down to Bravo Bravo. The Bravo Bravos, I believe, are taking the lead on this whole question today. So consider your answers again, those left on the list. Thank you, Steve. Let's go to WX7 Lima Lima. That's Art. Go ahead, Art. Okay, Art, very good. Art did the math on this, 99 point something chance that the rest of the aircraft, that many aircraft did not crash. So he's working the percentages here. And we're back to an Alpha Bravo answer from Art. Thank you for that. Okay, Chief Mike's got his calculator out, he's got YouTube up, he's got Google up, and he's got his Magic 8 Ball. Chief Mike, what's your considered opinion on today's question, sir?
K1BOB, WW5ENZ, cracking me up. Yeah, no, I've been busy raking leaves and stuff this morning, but I did get in here in time. That's why I was a little bit late, but that was a good thing because it got me down to the bottom of the list. I think, let's see, I've been listening to folks here, and That's funny. I was in Fort Worth then when this plant was running, and a good friend of mine, Keith Treadway, he was with me at Carswell. He actually went and worked for these guys over there. I think it was called Bell Boeing at that time. So I'm going to go with B there. But you see, the first question is really tricky, and I know there's lots of ifs and buts, but I think I'm going to go with Alpha. I'm going to go with Alpha on that one just because it looks weird. And so Alpha Bravo, and I guess that's a mini lemming line. I see a couple more on the list. Anyway, that's what I'm going to go with. We got a kind of a overcast, really wet day here in Oklahoma, but it's still livable. You know, we're still in the 50s, so. Anyway, I'm going to turn it back to you, Bob, and I'm going to be one and done so I can go back to work. And but I'll listen out to the bottom, and then go ahead and check me out. 73s, everybody. WW5 Indy, turning this back to K1BOB.
Okay, Mike, very good. We got you for Alpha Bravo, another turn in the race here. And I also see that Mike in Belton, Texas, KJ5IAI, who's received only is, he's voting for Bravo. So, oh boy, it's a close one. Let's see. Next is KG5CCE. James, good morning.
K1BOB, KG5CCE. Good morning, Bob. Hell, I don't know what to say about this one. Bravo. I was going to go way B, but I'll go Bravo. I don't know. Grumman kind of sticks in there a little bit, but I don't know. I'll just go with Bravo. And tell Charlie thanks for running the live stream because he's allowed me to test this. We have some QRM in there. It's going beep. I don't know what that was. Anyway, that's what I'm going to stick with. And Bob, had a really good situation with my next thing happening. Yesterday, I noticed when it got kind of wet, the SWRs here on 14290 were reading like 2.5, and after it all dried up, it went back down to 1.4. So I got to find out what's going on with that beam. There was no wind loads on it, so it was all moisture. So I got to find out where the short is, or whatever's going on with it. So, but hopefully you're hearing me okay today. Everything seemed to set up just fine. Yesterday when I tried to check in on the net with what's his name is, KM4CAX, I had high SWR, so I couldn't do it. So back to net, KG5PT.
Okay, very good, James. To get you down for Bravo. Another lead is taken with Bravo here over the second horse, AB. So thank you, James, for that. Yeah, it sounds like water intrusion. It might be a Troax. I've never had that happen, anything that severe. Just mild changes, even when it's covered with ice and snow, it doesn't make much of a difference. So I don't know. I haven't experienced that much. Mine will vary just very little from a 1.11, which it is now. It might go up to a 1. It might have gone up to 1.2 at one time with heavy snow on it. So I would suspect the cable may be going into it somewhere along the line. Don't know. You'll find out. Okay, get you down for DB. Next we're going to go to Bob. W7ASH in Longview, Washington. And Bob, if you're hearing me, I did send you an email a few days ago about how I constructed my tower. And I'm going to get you some pictures too. It's too cold to go out there. Bob, W7ASH, you're up for the Flyers. Good morning, sir. Okay, Bob, got all that, and very good. Well, that's a good answer. You are in the footsteps of Clifford, W5TIX. That was his answer also. So you're not in the neck-to-neck horse race. I'll say that, though, if you've been following that here. Thank you very much, and good luck. Let me know what else I can do for you on that antenna build there. I had made a very nice presentation, which I gave to my club on that, which had pictures of every phase of it and what I used and how I did it. I can't find the darn thing, so sorry about that, Bob. I will send you some pictures of those. So one picture is worth 100 words on the internet. With that, we'll leave you now there, Bob, and we're going to go to San Antonio. That's Brian, our Saturday Night Controller, WB5DRI. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Bob. K1BOB, WB5DRI. And good morning to the net and all the flyers. Good to be back on here. Thanks for getting us all in there this morning, Bob, and great net. Great question here. Sorry to be late checking in, but I got up a little bit later this morning and rushed around trying to do things. My wife has an appointment coming up, so I am going to have to be one and done, but I think I'm the bottom of the net here, so I'll be able to listen for the answer. But we've got a nicer day going down here in San Antonio. If you can believe it, we're going to be 80 degrees today for the high. And it does that down here in the wintertime. We'll have a cool day, and then we'll have several days that are very, very warm. But it's already up to 69 down here, and our low was 49. So that tells you about we'll have a over 30 degree change in temperature here in San Antonio from the morning to the afternoon temperature. So it's a real changing situation here from cold to hot. It's amazing. And in fact, the other way sometimes. So anyway, good to be here this morning. And great questions. As I said, I'm thinking that Cliff and Bob there, W5PIX and W7ASH have the questions correct there. I know it was Bell Boeing or Boeing Bell that built the aircraft, and I think it didn't have its first flight until around Y2K, because my youngest son, Brett, had just graduated from college in the late 90s, I think about 96 or something like that, and he was doing some training at Quantico when he saw one of the first CV-22s crash in the Potomac, sadly. And he said it was one of the saddest things he'd ever seen. There was nothing that could be done to save those folks. I think all were lost on that aircraft. Anyway, those are my answers, Bob, Delta, and Bravo, and we'll see how that comes out at the bottom, which is probably pretty soon. So anyway, back to you, Bob, and thanks again. K1BOB, WB5DRI. Back to that. Good day, everybody.
Okay, Brian, very good. Get you down for Delta Bravo, and witnessing they drop like rocks from what I've read, especially in the flight configuration, probably in the vertical too. It just dropped like a rock, and one of the incidents is they did not have a chance. The pilot couldn't even give a mayday. Not that that's going to help you if you're dropping out of the air that fast. And the fire was so significant, it literally destroyed the black box on board, so they couldn't find any information from the black box when they took a look and inspected it. Okay, this is K1BOB, and we're at the bottom of the list. We have some receive-onlys. I'll acknowledge Lee, W4PO again, that was supposed to this morning, and Ray, another wind guy that got hit by the wind there. So his thing is down for a while. And Chris out in Kentucky, KS5KY, and Mike in Belton, Texas, KJ5AI, who gave the answer Bravo Bravo. Did I miss anybody on today's list today? Did I miss anybody? This is K1BOB calling.
K1BOB, W68LUX, listening only.
Okay, great signal. WA6LUX. Remind me your name and location, sir?
Yeah, name is Lima Oscar Uniform. Our location is Los Angeles, San Fernando Valley, and the call is W6LUX. I'm an Ole Miss member.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I guess once an Ole Miss member, you're always an Ole Miss member. I guess I'm on the files. I don't remember my number, though. It's way up in the hundreds. Very good, Lou. Well, thank you for checking in with us. Please feel free to do that. We start at 1600 this time of year on this frequency. So, very good day to you there in the LA area. Okay, did I miss anybody on the net this morning? Okay, guess not. We'll go to the question here. Well, you guys sniffed this out pretty good. I won't repeat the question. You know what that is. And I did ask to give the best false answer. And a lot of you guys, my answer was Alpha. The Osprey is inherently dangerous aircraft, proven by a higher accident rate than most other military aircraft. And a lot of you compared that to answer Bravo, which contradicted that. And well, the inherently dangerous aircraft, that might have come out in the newspaper. That has not been proven. So that was my best answer. And you get partial credit for answer Bravo there, since this was a horse race between these two questions. And actually a few more people answered Bravo. And Bravo was, despite its extensive use, the MZ-22's mishap rate for 100,000 flight hours is equal to or less than any airframe flown. And that was according to the Commandant of the Marine Corps, so I kind of believe that. So I would have said that was a true answer. But there we go. Answer Charlie was also true. They found out the fatal accident rate was in part due to insufficient flight time for pilots. They weren't getting enough flight training on a very difficult aircraft. And Delta was true. The U.S. military has flown the Osprey since '89 and killed a lot of people. 41 service members from '89 to 2017. So they're kind of spectacular in the spotlight crashes when Ospreys go down. They'll probably continue to be. It's not like losing 20 fighters over the course of 2 years. It's a single aircraft, and they only made 400. And they stopped manufacturing there. Well, a bonus question. I think just about everybody got that. It was Bell Boeing. Bell Boeing. I tried to confuse you with a few Boeings and a Bell Grumman. I like the Bell Grumman myself. And I think there is a Boeing Berthold. Maybe it's the Sikorsky Berthold Corporation out there. So well done, flyers, on a question of the day. Anyway, I think we got time for kind of a quick 73 round. And so let's make it real quick. I might have to stop it abruptly if we get too close to the half hour here. This is K1BLB. I'm going to go to the top of the list. Don, would you please bring in, K0ZNC? Wilco, WA6LJS, timeling K0ZNC. Go ahead, Don.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Bob. And the question is that, understand it? A long time. We're back. Sunset 73, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Everybody have a good day. Thank you for that. We'll be back to K1BLB via WA6LJS.
Okay, WA6LJS, back to that. And I missed the bonus question answer. What was the answer to that, Bob? Back to that. Answer Bravo for the second one. The answers were Alpha and Bravo, and you'll see that on my name in the remarks section on NetLogger. Okay, thank you, Don, and you got the first primary question right. You led off the gang there. Well done, sir. Okay, I think Clifford gave us 73. I'm going to try him. W5PIX. Cliff, are you there? Nope. Let's go back out to Larry, KB0LTT. KB0LTT. Larry, you're up. Okay, Larry, thank you, and drive safe, sir. Let's go back out to Lee, N5BE. Thanks for the logger, Lee.
K1BLB N5BE. Real quick. the Bell-Boeing partnership was a shotgun marriage forced on Bell by NavAir, and there were a lot of jokes going around about the division of spoils amongst the partnership. But anyway, the responsibility was split evenly between Bell and Boeing. Boeing having the responsibility for the fuselage, avionics integration, things like that. Bell, because of their gearbox experience, had wingtip to wingtip. So they had the power plant installation, the transmission, the combining gearboxes, the shafting, as mentioned before, the processing. All of that was Bell. The aircraft are assembled at a Bell plant in Amarillo, Texas. It is a wonder, and as a U.S. taxpayer, you would be happy with what goes on there. So more to say maybe on another day, Bob. Thanks for the question. I enjoyed it. K1BOB N5EE.
Okay, well, thank you very much for filling in a lot of the facts. And corporate takeovers are not fun. My sister-in-law was the Stanley Corporation in Connecticut. She was the president's secretary for many years. And then he had to leave, and another one came in, and she got demoted big time. Okay, Lee, thank you. Let's go to KA4YES. Tom, any final comments, Tom? Okay, Tom, and a big congratulations. You're the first one to get the question completely, both questions right. So well done, Tom. Yeah, go out buy a few lottery tickets today. Thank you. KA4YES, K1BOB 73. Let's go back out to Justin Ogden. KB7LAK. You got half of it there, Justin. You're up.
Yeah, I got half of it. So that's okay. You know what? If I get partial credit, I'll take it. Hey, everybody have a great day. Good to hear everybody in there. I've been inviting my old flyer friends to get in here, so we'll get more of them on board. KB7LAK 73, thanks for calling that, Bob.
Okay, very good. Well, you did okay. These don't get logged into a database anywhere. So thank you, Justin. Let's try Russell again. Russ, K8AF, Washington. You're up, Russ.
You check that, Bob.
Okay, I thought I heard somebody come in there, and then I heard you, Lee. So, okay, for us, that was you, 73, sir. Next, I think Norman, K9KJN in Illinois, he passed on the question, but he's probably still there. Norm, go ahead. 73 round to you, sir.
Thank you, Bob. K1BOB N9KJN. It's great actually hearing the questions and the
This is K1BOB. Norm, N9KJN, you're up.
He's talking.
actually hearing them was awesome. So, N9KJN, 73, back to back.
He turned it.
Thank you, Norm. Back to net, and 73 to you, sir. Okay, WA6LJS. Thanks for the relays this morning, John. You're up.
Okay, Bob, real good. Well, good conditions. Norm was a little weak. I had to use the SDR for him, but everybody else I'm hearing locally. And heard my neighbor Steve, K6 Papa X-Ray, coming in very nicely on the SDRs, but he heard me a little bit on local, but I can't hear anything from him local. He's just too close, or his antenna is facing the wrong direction or something, but he does hear me lightly. So that's interesting. Anyway, good question today, and I'll be over to Echolink in about him. And we've got the sun came out about 10 minutes ago, so it burned that fog right off. So all we're waiting for now is hopefully we're not going to have high winds here. Back to you, K1BOB, WA6LJS.
Okay, John, and congratulations on the completely correct answers to today's quiz. And batten down the hatches for that win, John. You never know. And thank you again. Next, let's go up to Bill. He's still wrestling with himself. W2 WLD. Bill, 73 rounds, sir.
Okay, Bob. Interesting question. Thank you for the partial credit, but that's not going to help my grade point average very much at this point. Enjoyed it. Thank you, Bob. Everybody have a great day. 73. P1BOB, W2 WLD.
Okay, Bill, 73. And not to worry, this is Special Olympics here, especially with me. Okay, let's go to W5OG, the Vice Commander. Dale, go ahead. Correct answer, sir.
Okay, thank you, Bob, and good net, interesting subject, and a lot of very interesting discussion, which is, what we enjoy about the net. Everybody have a great day. Well, maybe we'll see you over at Echolink for a few minutes. W5OG. Thank you, Bob. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Dale. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on Echolink. Reminder, we'll be on Echolink at the conclusion of the 73 round here. And next, let's go out to Charlie, K4YDB. You're up, Charlie. Got the answers. You got it.
K1BOB, K4YDB. I think I missed one. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was double B. But anyway, there was a good net today. I did enjoy it. Conditions held up pretty good. I was actually hearing Norm. He's got this new antenna up, so it seems to be working for him. So that's good news. But anyway, 73s, everybody. Everybody have a good day. We will try this again tomorrow. It's K4YDB. Back to next.
Okay, Charlie, thank you. And you sound good through that hand mic. Boy, you're keeping it at a perfect distance there. It's nice and clear. Great quality. Okay, we'll leave Charlie for now, and let's see, who's next? NX6RG, Bob, got the answer correct. You're up, sir.
Okay, Bob, K1BOB, NX6RG. Well, that was a great question, and we probably ought to talk about the Osprey a little more. I mean, it definitely has gotten some bad press, but that's a very unique aircraft, and others that have tried to replicate it, I think as somebody pointed out, there's a lot of metal piled up at the end of some runways, so it's not an easy type aircraft to pull off, so but anyway, I think its accident rate is, as we discussed, it's not any higher, and some people have said it was even slightly less than average for other military aircraft. So, I don't know. It's in use, and it definitely provides a capability that the Marines haven't had since, when the rotors are down and it's moving forward. That's a fast machine of its type. So, anyway, interesting aircraft and great question this morning. K1BOB and X6RG.
And X6RG, K1BOB, good comments, Bob. And yeah, it's a wonderment when you watch a video of these things flying and transitioning to land and transitioning into aircraft mode there, or airplane mode. Amazing. A lot of stuff has to go right all the time. I was wondering what the rate would be compared to the MH-60. They have those down here at the Guard, and they've crashed a couple up here in recent years. I know we just, last one went down, I think, in the mountains of California a year ago, 2 years ago. I need to check that against them. Okay, thanks, Bob. We'll give you a 73, and let's go to Joe, W5ABI. Joe, you're up.
K1BOB and the Flyers, W5ABI. Good net, good question. Well, I got half right, so I'm happy. Anyhow, 73 to you and all the Flyers, and thanks for running the net, Bob. K1BOB, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe, very good. And we'll see you tomorrow. Let's go to K6PX. If Steve's still there. Tailhook Navy. Go ahead, sir. Okay, Steve, 73 to you, sir. Yeah, I can't imagine landing one on a slightly pitching deck of an aircraft carrier. And, yeah, you talk about big something there, you're right. Okay, Steve, we're going to leave you for now. Hope to catch you tomorrow. Let's go to WX7 of Lima Lima. Owners with the correct answer this evening. New River, go ahead. Okay, Art, well, you have a great day too, sir. I think Mike had to go Wrigley's or something. He keeps busy. Let's see if he's there. WW5ENZ, Mike 73. Oh, he got out of Dodge, like he said he would. Let's go back to James. KG5PTE, James, go ahead.
K1BOB, KG5PT. Well, I just sent John, W6LJS, an email just now. Just hit the send button to help with instructions to pay my dues because I'm not too familiar with PayPal. So I guess I'll only take payments by PayPal. So you send me the instructions, I'll make it happen. 7-3s, everybody. I'll catch some of y'all on Echolink. K1BOB, KG5PTE. And I'll have the amplifier back on later this week. Once I get my new end table in here where I can set this thing up in a lot better fashion than what I had. Amplifier I checked out, there was nothing wrong. I think it was a jumper coax that was causing the faulty problem. But the amplifier checked out because we checked it out last week. Last week on 3 different radios at my friend's house in Gatesville, Texas. So nothing wrong with the amplifier. It must be operator error or something over here. Back to that, KG5PT.
Okay, James, well, you sound fine here. Just about an S9, just about a 7 to 8 plus there on peaks, and you sound good. So nothing wrong with that now. The amp will only help. Okay, 73. Let's go back out to Bob, W7ASH in Longview. Bob, 73 rounds. Okay, Bob, 73, and you got half of them right there, and no problem. And the Delta answer, that was actually very true. That was a very true one. I've researched a couple of places. It was a well-known one. So, well, if you hadn't heard of these things, you hadn't heard of them. And one engine can run both props, so there's no problem if it's an engine out with those big blades hanging out there. I imagine they have variable pitch. Yeah, they would have to, I would think. Okay, so with that, we're down to, I think we're down to Brian. I'm not sure you're still there. WB5BRI. Brian, are you still there? 73 rounds. Okay, he left. Did I miss anybody today? Any flyers I missed today on the list? Okay, nothing heard. Any last check-ins for the Air Force flyers before we close it down here? I think I heard a Whiskey Zero very lightly, sir. Can you try again? Okay, I got you in my noise. I copied a little better that time. Whiskey Zero, Sierra, Foxtrot something. Could you give it another go and then give your name and location, please? Okay, Steve, I copied Steve in Colorado, and that's W0 Sierra Foxtrot Whiskey. I think I got that, but very lightly here. So you're about an S4 to S5 here, Steve, but copyable. This is K1 BOB, and you just reached the conclusion of the Air Force Flyers Club. Now, did you have any comments or questions? Oh, okay, very good. Yep, that's what I was asking for. And this is Kilo 1 Bravo, Oscar Bravo. And we start at 1600 Zulu, 1600 Zulu on this frequency every day. Copy, Steve? Yeah, go ahead. We've got a website at airforcesflyersclub.org. airforcesflyersclub.org. You can get us there. And Steve, I need to give you a 73 and get out of here for the Alaska Pacific Net. We don't want to tread in their ground at half past, so we're going to get off a couple minutes early. So Steve, 73 to you. Thanks for the check-in. Hope to catch you another time on the net. Every day of the year we're on. Every day of the year on this frequency. This has been K1BOB, and I need to relinquish the frequency. I'm going to go over to Echolink on the ASFC node for a final wrap-up. This is K1BOB 73, everybody.